back. I apologize for any squeaking or weird noises. My computer died, so my entire setup is weird now. Just saw how the last video's sequel turned out. Turned out okay. Mostly it was just throwing things at the wall. Unfortunately, can't show you that video because the only things I keep on my hard drive were YouTube stuff because they're just kind of massive video sizes. Can't do that anymore because it died and I can't get to them, have not been able to get to them, kept putting it off. Hopefully, I'd be able to find them so I could post those. No, they're just gone now apparently. Along with all of the master files for like my scene works and some commission stuff, and I'm just back up your files, y'all. Just back up your files. Anyways, so for some reason, new computer, not recognizing my microphone. So I'm recording on my phone. This is the 5th attempt at anything right now. It's been interesting. Hopefully I'll be more consistent on getting things done and filmed because I have a proper studio space set up now as opposed to I sew over here, but I can't keep anything permanent in the way because there's children who have to go through this space to get to. So it's basically a hallway or the kitchen table, neither of which is a very good, very conducive environment for any form of permanent filming setup. But now I have an area and it's fairly easy to actually put my camera in. So yay, if that's good. Unfortunately, there's no natural light, so the lighting situation is going to be interesting for a while. I have a few ideas, need to test them out. For this video, I just kind of chucked random LEDs around in the hopes that it would do something because I don't have any extension cords over there yet. I don't have anything else. But I do have a ring light. We're going to see if I can kind of clamp it basically right above where I'm setting up. We'll see. Hopefully that will help some for the next video because it should be fairly consistent now that I don't have to move everything to try and get the camera in a way that records things. Also apologize sorry for the lighting, it will get better. I also apologize for the random jumps. I forgot to see how well my battery was charged and it was not as charged as it could be. It's also very old, so I have ordered a replacement, which I'm really annoyed I had to go third party because Nighthon doesn't make them anymore, but whatever. To avoid having to deal with that in the future. And also, that way I'll have a backup battery so I can just be I'm gonna swap these real quick and charge this one. Should be smoother. Anyways, all of that out of the way. What I'm actually working on is a marker header picture sort of thing for a graphic novel I'm working on because, guys, I am a stressed out mess in normal circumstances. That's my default state. That's what my brain does. These are not normal circumstances. It's not good. I needed a distraction. So, self-indulgent. It's going to be 5x7. Also, I may have stress spot a thermal binder. I needed to use it. So, you can kind of see the lighting attempt there. Remote controlled LEDs, they were not set up well. They've now been formatted into a ring light. Again, hopefully will function well. Looks cool right now. Easy to attach, so hopefully. Just need to put some duct tape around the edges to make it look fancy. I don't think I should say that about duct tape. Anyways, so yeah, this is the chapter 3 title header. The entire project is going back to both the roots of the characters, which have been around since I was 10. I keep pretty much everything that I draw, and I have some really bad drawings from them. I'm not showing y'all. They're sad. I don't want to talk about it. There was no underpinning. They're just noodle torsos. It's bad. But yeah, going back to the roots, it's kind of fairly inspired by shoujo and shonen manga, so the actual page proportions are a little bit different than what I normally work on. Normally for comics, I work at something that will translate down to 8.5 by 5.5, just so it'll fit on normal printer paper. In this case, the pages are going to be 5 by 7 because it's going to be a perfect bound in the end, as opposed to a saddle stitch or a pamphlet stitch. So paper format's different. Also smaller, just so I can work at them pretty quick. Next video or video before next will probably be pages from chapter 1 once I figure out filming. I have a thumbnail, just have to get it worked on some. And that'll also include like a link to like where that'll be posted, because right now I have the prologue / chapter 0 like edited, ready to post, but I want to have a little bit more before I start it on anything. Yeah. But anyway, so it's fairly like, you know, manga inspired. Like honestly most of my stuff is, because just that was my early influence. But you know, so it means I can use Copic markers among other things. So to keep up that one, there is going to be like different little marker drawing title cards for each chapter. And this is going to be chapter 3. I showed chapters 1 and I think probably it's either going to be 5 or 6. I haven't quite decided. There's a filler chapter possibly that might get thrown in there. It's going to be in there for the, you know. but anyway, so here's these. They're fairly graphic. This is actually going to be a bit of an issue now that I was thinking about it, because they all have like a fairly basic, like, you know, straight color shapes for the background. Looks very nice, and I can throw text somewhere on it without it being too obnoxious. But I decided to go with yellow, as you can tell by this massive skip where I did not realize the camera battery had died. And I chucked this into grayscale, which is what it'll be printed at. Most likely this will be like a postcard set or something that'll kind of go with it. This is when I realized that marker is dead. That's okay, I had a substitute that's approximately the same color, just not a brush tip. But the two lighter shades, I chucked them in grayscale and the value on them is so bad they like basically didn't show up. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, so that's what this is. Just lots of lines. Should have grabbed a ruler, have a ruler specifically for this, didn't use it. So yeah, that's basically what this is. I decided the yellow wasn't quite enough, so I chucked what was supposed to be a gold marker in, but it's like a metallic gold. But the way that it works is the pigment, like the metallic pigment, it just pulls out. So there's some random brown lines at the end. Please ignore those. I need to Photoshop them out. Yep, see, there's a problem. So I just chucked Sephiroth, whatever, over top to disguise it, and it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, that's basically what I've been working on. Rambling, yeah, whatever, it's bad. I cannot use half of these programs, so I'm just trying to brute force my way through stuff at this point. I'm done. I'm real done. Anyways, it's done. I might have to edit some things, but for the most part, yeah. Hey, I'm back. Sorry. Hope someone got something out of this.